I wish that would have been over, but it wasn't, because what would we be talking about?
I know, a lot of people were talking about, because in the teaser for this season, you tell Crystal that it was cool to side with the victims. Can you tease what that moment was about from your perspective?
Sure. So let's take context into it.
Of course, yeah.
What I'm saying is that there is this outpouring of, why don't you act this way, Erika? Why aren't you compassionate? Why don't you have empathy? And the truth is, I do. I'm also under a lot of legal pressure. I've walked right up to the line. I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. I've said just about everything that I can. So for that whole situation, it was continuously boiling over. It's like, what about listening to the woman that's in front of you? What about listening to what I have to say? What if I came to this group and opened up as like more than I ever have before, and I was criticized for that and told that wasn't true. So at some point you get very frustrated with that.
Right. I think you said in an interview recently that you were kind of like the whipping girl for this, for everything. Like, you are kind of the face of this, and this is who everybody kind of goes after. I mean, what has that been like for you? And like you said, you're kind of dealing with your mental health too, if that has to have taken a toll.
Of course it did. I am front and center. I am the face of this. Instead of the lawyers that worked at the firm and referring attorneys and, law funding people, I am. Instead, they point to me. So for my mental health, it's been hard, no doubt. Yeah. But again, I couldn't lose. And I was just going to fight it out every way possible, and still am. And
yeah.
Will continue to, yeah.
Right. So do you get frustrated throughout the season? I mean, I'm sure that, last season it was Sutton asking the hard questions. I'm not, I've only seen the first episode. So was it hard for you to kind of rehash this and relive this over and over again this season?
Very hard, very difficult to be asked the same questions over and over, give the same answer, but yet, no one's really listening. So yes, I get really frustrated and very, explosive, just like trying so hard to, I wish that would have been over, but it wasn't, because what would we be talking about?
Right, of course. Who would you say has been there for you this season the most, and who kind of surprised you and wasn't there for you when you needed them?
Well, look, Lisa Rinna was there for me last season, is there for me this season. My relationship with Dorit and Kyle, they had, we saw what happened last season. And I think that as people consistently see where I'm coming from, they come around more and more. There are some that will just never be convinced for whatever reason, and that's on them. But I know who I'm close with and who I'm not.
Yeah. Does your relationship with Sutton evolve at all this season?
Not really. Not really, no.
And then what about you and Garcelle? Obviously, a lot of people saw the book thrown in the trash, and that got a lot of people talking. Where did the two of you stand right now? Do you ever see the two of you kind of getting on better terms?
It's when Garcelle came to the group, I was really excited and, greeted her. She even said, Erika was the most welcoming. It's upsetting to see that Garcelle is resistant to what I've been trying to say and, has gone the other way. And that's her opinion, and she has every right to do that. But I'm also, and I have every right to feel how I feel about it.
Do you regret throwing the book in the trash?
No.